Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Blotter Podcast. We got a good episode for you tonight. We decided to do another deep dive on an album, and we're going to do Dr. Feelgood, Mötley Crüe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got some interesting stuff about that album too.
Yeah, I got some cool stuff to bring up. Hopefully y'all too. Hopefully we got our list.
Oh yeah.
I know I was bullshitting a little bit this week. I had to throw it all together this afternoon, but that's okay.
It happens.
I got it done. It happens.
That's right. Hey, that's right.
On the fly, doesn't give you time to think,
That's right.
Just do. Can't contemplate.
It's pure. It's organic.
That's right.
It comes out natural.
Always the best.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Trey's going to start us off tonight. So without further ado,
right.
Trey, what is your least favorite song on the album?
My least favorite song on Dr. Feelgood is probably gonna be "Sticky Sweet" because I don't know. I feel like it has cheesy ass lyrics, but honestly, Mick saves the song.
It's a cheesy album.
It is. Mick saves the song with his guitar playing. Yeah, I think Mick. Honestly, the song it's not a bad song. I just think the lyrics suck. And I mean, whoever wrote the lyrics, whatever, I'm not going to apologize. I think they suck. But the guitar riff, the riffage is probably. The riffage is there, definitely. Even if it wasn't Nicky would say he wrote them. So, but it's just the riff. It's the riffage, man. Mick saves the day. That's my least favorite song on the album. Honestly, it was between that and "Slice of Your Pie," but "Slice of Your Pie" is really not. I don't think the lyrics are that bad. The music it's all right, but Mick, once again, I think he saves it with his slide guitar in the very beginning, and the music itself is pretty good. So, yeah. I dig it. It's just not one of my favorites, but I'd say my least favorite would be "Sticky Sweet." That's just me, my opinion. For all the haters out there.
All the hardcore Mötley Crüe fans.
Oh yeah, all the Crüers.
Good thing we don't care about.
They're foaming at the mouth.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and not just completely shit on Vince Neil all night.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm trying not to. I didn't say anything about his singing. I don't want him to get upset.
No, I'll say he sounds. I think that this album's probably where he sounds the best.
The peak,
like studio wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Jimbo
brings me to my least favorite. I'm gonna say my least favorite would be Rattlesnake Shake.
Really?
No.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna say that's not my least, but it was like third least.
Like you was bringing
like
up
that.
Cheesy.
Like man, that intro on that song. That intro is pretty good.
I mean, it's got its points.
It's got like a bluesy kind of feel to it.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of bluesy shit on the album. Like a couple little licks there. Yeah.
I think the horn section in the end of that song was a little overkill though.
Yeah, the horns in it is just. Yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they did that with wasn't it like Tommy Lee has like the sample?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You hit it with the drums. Yeah, I think that was him. I'm assuming. But overall, it's a cheesy album to me. It's like your typical 80s sounding album. Now, I will say I agree with Trey. Like Mick, I think I've said this before. I think Mick Mars is the best part of Mötley Crüe.
Yeah, with seconding Tommy Lee, but Mick
with Tommy Lee too. But
I love Tommy Lee, man. He's
me too. When I was a kid, he was like my favorite drummer.
I will say the drums on this album is like
they sound amazing.
Oh yeah. That's all. That's all I was gonna get. Like, no, I'm taking nothing away from Tommy, but Mick is really saved it for me.
Dude, Mick's the man.
He is. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but Rattlesnake Shake, man. I
got you.
Least favorite. Timmy?
My least favorite on this album is probably one of my least favorite Mötley Crüe songs of all, and that is Without You.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like Without You.
Hey,
Fucking,
I'm not gonna blow my lid here. I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
What's funny is I actually like that song. I think that's one of the better songs.
Yes. Yes. I mean, hey,
like,
to each
I
is their
don't
own.
care.
Timmy has different tastes.
I don't care if he slowly wilts and dies. You know what I mean? Without him by his side, fucking, I could care less.
This comes from the guy who likes Sticky Sweet and Slicer Pie.
I do. But I do.
It's about worst songs right now.
I don't. It's not a bad song. I don't want to shit on the song. I don't want to be like, man, that song sucks. Bro, if I want to listen to somebody cry in the fucking shower about a fucking girl, I'll listen to Bon Jovi. Like,
no.
You know what I mean? Like, I can find 10 other 80s fucking crying in the car ballads that are way superior to fucking Without You.
Looking at you, Poison.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey,
I love the and look.
Take a note. We should do some Poison one of these days.
I fucking love 80s hair metal. Like, I just love it. Goddamn, I love it. The fucking more generic and cheesy, the better, bro. Extra fucking cheese for me, son.
Hey,
I love it. You know what I mean?
I dig that.
The man loves the cheese.
I dig your enthusiasm with the cottage cheese.
Trey's right there with me. Don't let him lie.
I do. No, I'm not going to lie, but I will tell you if something. Yeah, dude, I love 80s hair metal, but I'm not going to lie to people when I'm like.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I went back and listened to this album. I literally messaged you guys. I messaged Jimbo. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was in middle school and I thought this was a shit. No, I'm not. I get it. It hits people on different levels, and I feel like I've matured past this level. And I was reading the comments on their album. If you listen to the whole album, and I was laughing at the comments because I do not think it's one of the best thing. Yeah, I'm just like.
I will say this was their 5th album, and not a lot of bands put out their 5th album is fucking ginormous.
Yeah,
like that. I will say that. I mean, there's some bands like.
Well, it's like it kind of takes a couple albums for them to like really get going. Yeah. Like they really like sink into like the songwriting.
Oh yeah.
Pantera, Cowboys from Hell was their 5th album.
Bro,
yeah.
I was thinking about this today while I was setting up. Rock and Roll Over.
There you go, Trey.
Rock and Roll Over was Kiss's 5th album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't count the live album, like Rock and Roll Over was their 5th album. That's a hell of a 5th album, bro.
Yeah, that's actually probably my favorite Kiss album. Would be Rock and Roll Over. Definitely of like the original.
I can't say Blasphemy because I love just about every Kiss album.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. One of my favorite Kiss albums is Hot in the Shade. From fucking.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
I was thinking of I had my albums mixed up on Van Halen.
We're not.
I was trying to bring up Van Halen, but Diver Down was their 5th album.
Also not bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good album.
It is, but it's not the hardest.
Since we're bringing up Van Halen, because we can't not bring up Van Halen.
I gotta bring up Van Halen.
I did read that was like everyone in the band didn't really like that album.
Oh, I believe it.
Like it was like all around.
I still love Eddie's guitar work.
I think that was the album that Eddie was bitching about. He didn't like the mix. It was either that or Van Halen 2. One of them albums, he just completely hated the mix.
Right. I know it was like they did a few like I don't know 4 or 5 covers.
Yeah, so that album was heavy on covers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trey, what's your
let's get away from that
for your favorite top 3 favorite songs? What's your number 3, buddy?
My number 3, I figure we're just gonna do honorable mentions, but we'll do honorable mentions after we do our top 3. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Whatever.
We're gonna do honorable well, because if we do honorable mention, it kind of throws off. What do you think my top 3 is gonna be? My number 3, I'm gonna go with Dr. Feelgood as my number 3.
It's a good album.
It's the title of the album, and I love the lyrics. I love the story it tells. It's cool, you know. I mean, it's not cool, but it's cool. I love that it tells a story, and their music video is cheesy, but I love it, you know.
It's a
great
track.
Song. Yeah, my
mom
always loved that.
It hits you, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was always like my mom and dad told me about, like, they always loved that song, you know, and it was a good song. So I give them that. That's a great song.
Apparently, originally it had different lyrics altogether.
Yeah,
I
did hear about that.
Nick went back and rewrote all the lyrics. Like, the song was still the song, but it originally had a whole different set of lyrics telling a completely different story.
I got you.
Yeah. But it's actually based off the Dr. Feelgood, the guy that got his fucking license revoked and shit. You know, the one that was giving the Kennedys, like, the cocktails and all that shit?
Yeah, I guess it was, I forgot to write down his name, but it was like he was like the doctor for, like, all the, like high-end clientele. Like,
like, he was working with Marilyn Monroe and shit.
Yeah, like, leading politicians and, like, celebrities, like, back then.
Bro,
Max
can you imagine,
Jacobson?
like, Kennedy just calls you, like,
that's
back's
him.
hurting.
That's him.
I gotta go give this speech. Dude just shows up at the White House.
I got the
you're good to go,
resource looker upper right there.
God damn.
Oh, dude, he's part of the conspiracy to assassinate JFK. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The CIA hired him.
Yep. It's a whole thing.
Man, we're gonna
let's not even get out of JFK.
This episode's gonna put us on the list.
Yeah, it is.
What do you mean? They're probably listening to us right now, going, these motherfucking people.
This whole thing about to be shut down.
Yep. Talking about how our Dr. Feelgood episode's a conspiracy to talk about the JFK assassination.
That's right. That's right.
Mötley
Crüe, you won't hear from me tomorrow. Yeah. I'll get to work and they'll be like, you no longer work here anymore, bud.
Jimbo, what's your number 3, man?
My number 3.
Let me hear this. Very interested in it.
Honestly, I kind of only had, like, my top 2, and then, like, everything else kind of just came after that. It's not my, I will say, it's not my favorite Mötley Crüe album. So I'm not saying I don't like Mötley Crüe. I do like Mötley Crüe. It's just I don't love Dr. Feelgood as the whole album.
At the end of all this, I'm gonna make y'all. I want to ask y'all what y'all's favorite Mötley Crüe album is. That's what I want to know.
I'll be happy to tell you.
Yeah.
No, but my number 3 would probably be Sticky Sweet.
Nice.
It is cheesy, like Trey said, cheesy album, but I will say Sticky Sweet.
You got me there, bud. I got a little chair squeak for you.
A cool thing about that song, Steven Tyler actually did the backup vocals for that song.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that song?
Did not know that.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that song was an ode to the Beatles also, if I'm not mistaken.
I wrote that down.
It's based around one of their songs, ain't it?
That one is Slice of Your Pie.
Okay, Slice of Your Pie. I knew it was.
It had it was like a melody in it. It was like an allusion to a Beatles song. I can't remember what it was. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, that brings me to my number 3.
Yes, sir.
Mine is also Sticky Sweet.
Wow.
No way.
Well, would you looky there? We did that number.
How about that?
Yeah, because
you win a free pick if you can come back and tell us what song was number 3.
I always thought that song kicked ass. Honestly, like it's just I don't know, man. It's cheesy as it is. It's just got one of them fucking grooves to it, man.
It does.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like Mick saves the song. Like, it's a good song, but I don't know. That's me.
I'll
I'm
say
not
it again, dude. Mick is the best part of the album.
Yeah,
like
he is Mötley Crüe.
The guitar-driven parts of the song all the songs are just fantastic.
Yeah.
I will say that for just about every Mötley Crüe album.
Yes.
Mick is definitely the best part of every one of them.
Mick and Tommy, man.
Mick and Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm telling
for
you.
sure.
Yeah. Hands down. Since day one.
Trey, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is going to have to be Kickstart My Heart.
Nice.
That's my number 2. I know that's
Killer.
probably going to be y'all's number 1, but that's my number 2. And I mean, it just obviously Mick and Tommy. Mick's playing, but I love the drums on it too. Like Tommy gets it fucking pumping. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just exactly. It's just it pumps. You pump to that song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what a hell of an intro!
Yeah.
I get asked to play that all the time if I have a whammy bar guitar. I think my buddy Pat, he was asking me. I remember when me and him first got together working and stuff like that. He was like, "Oh, dude, I got to get you to play that intro for me." And I was just thinking,
"Hell yeah,
bro."
That's all it is, man.
Don't you know when you get a Floyd Rose, the first thing you learn how to do, you learn how to dive bomb, and then you play Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah, automatically. You try to do that motorcycle.
Yeah, like you
try to do that gear changing, you're shifting with the whammy bar. Bomb. You just slide your hand down. Beautiful. It is beautiful.
That's how it works.
As Jimbo said, the drums will go with that intro.
Like you ask Trey,
Chef's
like,
kiss.
when me and Trey are fucking when we're warming up, it's like we do March of the Damned by Judas Priest. We do the Kickstart My Heart shit. Couple of Van Halen fucking dive bombs and shit, and then we if the guitar's still in tune, we're like, oh, we're ready to roll.
It's all right. The guitar is worthy if it can do that.
That's how it works, you know what I mean? And if I'm not doing that, I'm doing the intro to Eruption. Fucking, wow, fucking, so you can just bury that motherfucker.
How did that go?
Well, that's good. That's good because you don't go straight into the finger tapping.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone just goes straight to the finger tapping.
Look, the finger tapping.
Yeah, they missed the first half of the song.
The very intro of that song, I love so much, man.
Oh yeah.
Like the rest of the ass end of it's all good. It's all cool and shit. Whatever. But the fucking that very first part of that fucking Eruption is amazing, bro.
For sure.
Every time I pick that thing up, that first
Jimbo.
Wow.
Let me reel me back in here.
Jimbo, please. What is your number? What's your number 2, buddy? What's your number 2? It does.
All right.
I'm trying to steer clear. You almost got me in.
My number 2 is Don't Go Away Mad. Just Go Away.
Yeah.
I do
that's
I like it because it reminds me of like an older rock song, like kind of like 50s, 60s rock. And I like the thought, like what the song like makes me think of is like just you're in like a shitty relationship and you're just like don't be shitty with each other when you break up, like just go the fuck away.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with you. Just
no
please
hard
just go away.
Just
no hard feelings. Let's just split it here. You know what I mean?
That's another one. I think that Tommy really at the ending. Girl, I love the drums.
Yeah.
Double time.
And I will say, I don't know if it was Nikki Sixx playing bass on it. I don't even know if he was. I don't even know if it was an actual bass because I know he used synthesizers on his bass lines.
Right.
On a couple of these tracks.
Oh, really?
But, that was a big thing to do in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the bass line in that song is, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like that is the highlight for Nikki on that album for me.
I mean, dude, a lot of people say that, Nikki can't play bass. He's actually a pretty good bass player.
No, he can play bass. He's
know what I mean?
Lazy. No,
yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
Hey.
There's
sometimes
probably a
I get
better
lazy
adjective, but lazy.
Yeah.
Let's just cut the chase. You cut the bullshit. Lazy.
Yeah.
Straight to it.
Yeah. He's not putting in 100% effort.
Mm-mm.
Very disappointed.
Like Trey.
Got you, buddy.
Yeah. Nah, but definitely, yeah,
up,
don't go away, man.
My number 2. Oh, peace, bro. My number 2 is Trey's favorite song, "Slice of Your Pie."
Nice.
Oh, I meant to tell you.
I don't hate the song, you know what I mean?
One of these,
definitely not
one
my
of
favorite.
these songs. I think it's the other song, so I'll save it for the next one. But no, "Slice of Your Pie." Look, I just like when I got that album, like the Terror in Tinseltown or whatever, the intro. What a hell of an intro to an album, by the way.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool intro.
It was that, and then it goes Dr. Feelgood. So I already knew that. But like I'd only heard like Dr. Feelgood, I think Don't Go Away Mad, and Kickstart My Heart from Dr. Feelgood at that time. Like those were like songs I knew of. And like, man, when it kicked into fucking Slice of Your Pie, you know, it's doing that fucking it's like
Slice of Your Pie. Is it? Yeah, that's the one with the slide guitar at the beginning.
Yeah. Crawling down the leg, so sad.
Yeah, it's got the dobro, like the little dobro slide, just that brief bit in the middle. That's what saved it for me. That's what made it for me.
It's not.
That's a highlight for me.
It's not a doo-wop, but it's like kind of swing, but it's not swing.
Yeah,
the way they're fucking playing, you know what I mean? Is awesome, bro.
Yeah,
that shit, I loved it. And all the fucking the trash talking backups when he's like trashy. Fuck, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's Mötley Crüe, man.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, that's
trashy
reason, dude. That's another reason. That's another reason why I didn't like Without You. I'm like,
they even have a song. They have a song called White Trash Circus.
You know what I mean? You're singing about fucking cocaine hookers and fucking drugs. I was like, and then you're gonna flip in a song about Without You? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, buddy.
No, it's funny you mentioned that because Bob Rock was the producer for the album.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he said he found Mötley Crüe extremely difficult to work with because they were like the drink a bottle of wine and just everyone fight each other kind of band.
Wow. That's about right.
So he wound up having to deal with them like individually.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like you come to the studio one day, or like Tommy comes one day and then Nikki can come the next day and then Mick comes the next day and then we'll take the rest of the week and use Vince.
Yeah.
We'll shoot little shots of Vince.
Yeah. We'll clip all the shit that he does right.
Yeah. But so
you got 3 right that one.
Yeah.
Slice of Your Pie. That's my number 2. I feel like that was a strong song on the album. Like, I to me personally, I really think that was like a strong song. What, Trey? Just say it.
Yeah. I thought you.
I was waiting. I was waiting my turn.
He's like, I actually.
Yeah. I never heard that. I hadn't even heard that song until I listened to the album. And I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about that song until I just listened to the album. And I'm not saying it's a terrible song. It's just one I haven't listened to a lot. And in listening to it, I was like,
I don't know if it was this song or if it was one of the other songs, but I do know, I thought it was this song. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I fucking, really looked at the liner notes and shit and all that stuff. But I'm not sure if this song is the one that Robin Zander sang on with him.
Oh, I got you, Timmy. Right here. It is She Goes Down.
She Goes Down. Okay, yeah, I do.
Robin Zander and what's the guitar player? For Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick? That's
Rick Nielsen.
Rick Nielsen,
yeah. It was both of them actually.
Yeah.
Sang backups.
From what I understand, me and you and Trey have talked about this. They were talking about how like Robin Zander could come into the studio and just sing,
knock out like 3 songs
and not have a problem, but Vince Neil had to have apparently that was one of the focuses that Bob Rock talked about during this production.
Is that the one that did all the?
And they just did all the backups. And he's like, I had to cut and splice Vince's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
in like 6 different places, and he was like, Sanders came in and just busted it out and then left.
Yeah.
And they went and recorded whatever they were recording. And then he could do like 6 songs in one afternoon and then just leave. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Talk
do
about professional?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was him or who, or if it was. I want to say it's another '80s band, but it's not this album. But like Wild Side, I was trying to Google it a minute ago.
Theater of Pain, I believe.
It might be, yeah, on Wild Side, and a lot of songs on that album, and I want to say albums before that. There was a guitar player to a band, and he actually sang like the high notes, the higher like notes, like on Wild Side and songs like that. And I cannot think of his name. I tried to Google it and it doesn't actually pop up. But a while back we were talking about this, the three of us, and I had watched a documentary because I brought it up and was like, dude, I didn't know this guy actually sang like all the stuff that I actually liked about Vince Neil. Putting in that I really don't like Vince Neil. Like, I'm sorry.
Dude, if you want to know how Vince Neil is as a singer, just listen to the Too Fast for Love album, and you'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. Like, everyone makes fun of him, like, nowadays, because he just sounds terrible live. But I'm like, dude, like, where have you been for 40 fucking years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not taking nothing away from him. He's a good front man or whatnot, and for what they do, he's good for it.
Rock star through and through. I mean, they did all their.
Yeah.
I mean, this album alone was number one. It was their only number one album.
Yeah,
and it stayed on the Billboard chart for 109 weeks. Like that's. Over 2 years, constantly on the chart. Like that's impressive.
Awesome.
Like I ain't taking that away from him. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to me, Vince Neil is badass, but I don't understand why everybody's like he can't sing now. Like he was always pitchy, and like if you listen to Too Fast for Love, he's pitchy, he's out of key, and because all he did, he went there and recorded it, and that was it. By the time you get Dr. Feelgood, man, even though they didn't have, auto-tune like people think of it nowadays, they still had ways to do pitch correction and shit in the 80s. They were doing that shit in the 70s and stuff, man.
Yeah, I believe they Led Zeppelin did that. A lot of Robert Plant's like hiring what was it? I can't remember the song like as an example, but yeah, they'd like speed it up so it sounded higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They did
like
the same thing with
he
Paul
would sing it in like a mid-range. Yeah.
They wanted him
and
to sound
speed it
younger.
up.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
Oh, yeah. Trey, what's your number one, buddy?
My number one is, and it's going to be a shocker now, is Without You, actually.
I did not see that coming.
That is my number one, and only
fucking click.
Now it's funny that you say that because I'm not gonna lie. I could have put "Don't Go Away Mad," or I could have put "Kickstart My Heart" or "Dr. Feelgood," or honestly, as a kid, like my favorite song. And I'm going on my honorable mentions.
Everything except for what Timmy likes. Good fuck.
Pretty much. Same old situation. I honestly love the guitar riff and stuff and Same Old Situation. And I was debating on putting that as number one because as a kid growing up, that was actually like my favorite Mötley Crüe song. Other than like, you got Kickstart My Heart and Dr. Feelgood and stuff. But like, I don't know, just something about that guitar. I love Mick's guitar playing on that song as a kid, even before I started playing guitar. And but that goes with Without You. That's why that's my favorite song on this album is because of Mick's guitar playing. I just feel like it gives the sad attitude to it as well, like it
right.
Like I see what you're
like
saying.
droopy.
Yeah.
When you hear it, it makes you droop. Like it carries. You know what I mean? It
makes
carries
you droop like Mick.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, he puts it. He takes it right out of his spine and gives it to you.
Yeah. What's left of it.
Exactly. Poor bastard. It makes it though. For real, his guitar playing sets the mood, sets the emotion, and I think that's
Absolutely.
what helps. I honestly, and I know, like Timmy said, it is a crybaby song, but like, you know, without you, I'm a sailor lost at sea and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, it makes me think of my family when I'm out here on the road, you know, stuff like that. So, It's like a personal thing. But, and I'm not gonna say that's always been like one of my favorite songs, but going back and listening to it, you know, it really did stand out to me, and really because, like I said, I'll say it again, and we've been saying it. It's Mick's guitar playing, the emotion that it sets off in that song is like you can really feel it, you know. Of all the songs, and that is why I put that at my number one. I'm a guitar player. I love when people can catch me with their guitar playing.
Convey emotion.
When they can convey emotion and make me feel what they feel, I think they're succeeding on the message.
That's why Trey loves my playing so much.
That's why he loves Mick
playing. Oh.
Did you see that look that he had, Jimbo? He's like,
I was going to be conceding, but that's why I love my playing. Exactly. You were right on the money.
Trey's sure, buddy.
My number one is actually Timmy's guitar playing.
Yeah, you know.
The number one's Timmy playing Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah.
That's my number one, and that is why that is my number one. Jimbo, what is your number one?
My number one is probably not a surprise to Trey. My number one is Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, right. Now, Kickstart My Heart, not only is that my favorite song on the album, that's probably one of my favorite Mötley Crüe songs, just in general.
Right. Hands down.
Dude, yeah, like, excuse me. Like Mick at the beginning, you know,
it catches you.
And then that comes in with the riff.
You don't have
that shit is awesome.
Yeah, you don't have a choice but to get caught.
Yeah. And you know, it's upbeat, and you know, it makes your head bob. You're like, when the chorus drops, you know, you feel it. That's a good road trip song. You know what I mean? It gets you going.
Oh yeah, if you're in the crowd, like you said, head bumping, shoulders bobbing and weaving. Just, fist bumping.
And then like singing about skydive naked from an aeroplane. Like, come on, man. That's a good line. I get down.
Well, I mean, the story behind the song is pretty wild too. If anyone doesn't know, it's about when Nikki Sixx OD'd on heroin, and they had to bring him back to life. Like he died for like, I don't know, a couple minutes or so, and they had to kickstart his heart and bring him back to life.
Yeah.
And he wrote that song after that.
Adrenaline, bro.
Yeah, and that he wrote that song after that. I mean, I can't understand like the heroin end of it, because you know I don't do that, but I mean it made some great music, so I gotta give it to him.
Man. He took his life events and put it into it.
I will take this away from him, because that is one of the songs where the bass is a synthesizer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he actually played the synthesizer or not, but I was disappointed to find that out.
Turns out that's Vince Neil's biggest thing, contribute to the band.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's like Iron Maiden had their album Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, when they used a lot of synthesizers.
The drummer.
They said whoever did that, it was just whoever was doing the synthesizer was just whoever had a free finger at the moment. It was just hitting the button. No, but,
I thought you were going to talk about something else. I ain't trying to go down a rabbit hole. Go ahead, Jimbo.
I thought I had one more about that. Oh yeah. John 5 plays for Mötley Crüe now.
Yeah,
and they were interviewing him. I can't remember who was interviewing him, but he was talking about like learning like the songs for Mötley Crüe. He's like, dude, I didn't have to learn that shit. Like I fucking grew up on that shit. Like, and he started like, you know, of course he has his guitar in his hand because he's always playing guitar.
Always.
And
That's
like
right.
he just immediately just went right into like he's like, I didn't have to learn that. Like that's like just it's like part of my muscle memory. Like I just know that shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah, but that was that number one, Kickstart My Heart.
Hell yeah. That's a strong number one.
Yep. Which brings us to Timmy. Number one,
Timmy.
sir.
My favorite song on this whole album is She Goes Down.
Oh no.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that fucking,
is that because Robin Sanders sings on it?
That fucking zipper intro is the shit. That bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
No, that song goes fucking hard.
It does.
And I will tell you this. What got me into that song is Robin Sanders being for real. What I never heard that song until I seen him play it live. Me, Jimbo, my brother, Roger, our old guitar player Devon, and a couple of girls from school rode in Jimbo's fucking Ford Explorer, and we went, I believe that was Crüe Fest 2.
Crüe Fest 2.
God smacking him, but it was the 20th anniversary of Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, they played the whole album.
And they played the whole fucking album, man. And that was the first time I'd ever heard that song was when they played it live. And I was like, that was so fucking awesome. And Roger actually bought the 20th anniversary CD, the deluxe package from the show. So when I got home, he listened to it a couple times and he gave it to me because he had like downloaded it to his fucking iPod or whatever at the time. And that was like the first time I ever got to hear that album like through and through. And I was like, God damn, but I was like, what was that song they were playing? And fucking, it was She Goes Down, man. That's fucking that. And I will say that's one of my favorite Mötley Crüe songs of their entire catalog. I mean, that song just fucking, to me, that song fucking gets me going, bro.
Man, you know the one song that I remember from that show is Same Old Situation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the only song I, like, can specifically remember them playing.
That's my honorable
that's because that song kicks ass.
That would have been my number 4. That was my honorable mention, man, was Same Old Situation. That song fucking goes hard, too.
Yeah.
That was almost my top 3. I love it.
Vince actually played some guitar tracks on that song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
he was playing guitar live when we saw him.
He was?
That was the only song he played the fucking guitar on.
Oh, shit. See, I don't remember that.
Yeah. They handed him a guitar. They played fucking Same Old Situation. And then the fucking guy ran out there and grabbed the guitar. And then he just went back to singing again. Yeah.
That's funny. I don't remember that. I do remember Tommy Lee had like broke his hand. He actually wasn't playing that night. But he came out and was like, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking dumbass. Yeah. Who's got something to drink? And he's like, oh, I see a liquor bottle.
Yeah.
Someone in the crowd passed up a liquor bottle. Was like, I want to see some titties.
Oh, yeah.
God.
He's like pointing in the crowd.
Yeah. That was the first time. That was the first time I'd seen Mötley Crüe. I think that was the first time you seen Mötley Crüe too, wasn't it?
I haven't seen Mötley Crüe. I missed out on all that.
I think I've only sat through I think I've seen Mötley Crüe 3 times, and I've only sat through a full concert once.
I've seen Mötley Crüe.
And that was when they opened for Kiss.
I don't even know, like 4 times, 5 times now.
Now, that was a cool show. I will say that.
The Kiss and Mötley Crüe show?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Hey.
But yeah, no, I've seen Mötley Crüe. We've seen him at Crüe Fest 2. I've seen him with Kiss. I've seen him with Alice Cooper. And I've seen him with somebody else. I can't remember. And then we seen the tour, like the End of the Road tour there.
Yeah.
Like The End or whatever it was called. Yeah, so like
the
5
end,
times.
it wasn't the end.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I've seen Mötley Crüe quite a bit.
I was gonna say, on we were talking about Kickstart My Heart. Is it Kickstart My Heart?
Oh, I seen him fucking
with the Sense.
I seen him with fucking Poison in the New York Dolls. Too. That was the other show.
You seen him with Poison and the New York Dolls.
And the New York Dolls. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
That's what's up, dude. I actually do like that. No, I was gonna say I was sitting here reading about it. It was saying someone was asking about is it played by the Mötley Crüe's keyboard tech John Webster, but someone else was saying that no, it was actually Nikki Sixx did play he played the riff like loosely, and they took the best parts and cut it and then dubbed it over.
Oh, okay.
Is what they were saying. I was just reading it. So because I was looking like, I wonder who did this. Yes, technically, but he only played like the main riff once, like part of it, and played like a couple fills, and they literally just sliced and just popped it in there.
Dabbled it in.
Did you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, same. I had said mine while I was saying my number one was "Don't Go Away Mad," and same old situation. And honestly, it could be my number one because it's such like. I literally just wrote badass riff underneath it because I love the guitar playing in it, and when you really listen to it, it's a great guitar riff, and I find myself playing those type of chords, when I'm messing around. It's just I come back to it, and it's something like I said, that was one of my favorite songs, a Mötley Crüe song when I was a kid,
I like it so. By the way.
Oh yeah. Hellfire Club.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
I bought it because my niece loves Stranger Things, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a fan of the show myself.
Bro, I love Stranger Things.
Yeah, so I saw this and was like, I gotta get it because my niece loves it. So and I love it too. Honestly, I love that it's based on the '80s. And actually, the first season, part of it I didn't know was shot like right down the road here when they're riding their bicycles. One of the guys I work with. Paul, he was telling about when they were watching it, they seen the street sign. It's literally like 3 neighborhoods past his house. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He said the bicycle scene they did.
Yeah, there's a lot of they film a lot of stuff in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's a big spot for filming now.
Yeah. The writers, I believe they're 2 brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
My dad, they actually lived like in Timberlake, North Carolina or whatever, when they were first doing the stuff. Because my dad actually painted their house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I remember him telling me about that. And that's pretty cool. He could say that,
Now, I haven't seen Stranger Things, but I know like there's like the guy that plays guitar and he wears that shirt, right?
Yeah, he's it's part of their. It's like a club.
Well, he plays like Metallica, right?
Yeah, he played. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got a tie-in with that. Okay, so like I said, Bob Rock was the producer for the album, and because the drums sounded so good on this album, which I also brought up earlier, because of Tommy Lee's drum sound on this album, Lars Ulrich from Metallica actually called up Bob Rock to have them produce their next album, which was the Black Album.
Oh, wow.
So that's how he got, that's how Bob Rock became the producer for the Black Album.
And then later the bass player.
Yeah. What's funny is Bob Rock, dude, he actually played bass on the last song on the album, Time for Change, and did a lot of the backup vocals.
Oh, nice.
On multiple songs, yeah.
Bro, Bob Rock's badass, dude.
He's badass, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but anything more Crüe we got, fellas?
Did you have any honorable mentions?
I do. My honorable mentions would be Same Old Situation.
Yeah, boy.
I do love that song.
So there's one that we all agreed on.
There we go.
And
no,
also Slice of Your
that's
Pie.
One that we.
Slice of Your Pie, yeah. That I'm with Timmy on that one. That one's good.
Okay. What is y'all's least favorite Mötley Crüe album?
Album?
Least favorite?
Least favorite album out of all of them. Like, if you had to pick a least favorite, what would you think it would be?
I got to get the albums up in front of me.
I don't know. I can only think of the ones I like.
Yeah, right. Like you don't think of the ones you don't like because you don't really think about those all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, what would be your favorite Mötley Crüe album? If you just had to pick one.
My personal favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one without Vince Neil. With John Corabi singing. That album, dude. I think it's just called Mötley Crüe. It's self-titled.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the self-titled.
Dude, that was the one after this, actually. And that one is fucking amazing. I love that album. But yeah, it'd be between that or Shout at the Devil, probably.
Yeah,
you can only pick one.
Shout at the Devil. That's probably
self-titled.
Self-titled.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely self-titled album.
Oh, he's going. I think Shout at the Devil album would probably be mine too. I'm over here like I'm not gonna lie. I don't know exactly what songs are on what tracks. You know what I mean? What tracks are on what albums exactly? I get mixed up all the time with these bands, so I'm actually over here shooting down, looking at. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Because honestly, Jimbo, I'm only gonna root out the Mötley Crüe self-titled album because honestly, I don't think I've actually listened to that album.
You're missing out, man.
I am. You know what? But I do like. I'm not gonna lie. I do like their version of Helter Skelter.
Oh yeah, it's a badass version.
I really do because, and y'all already know, because of Mick's guitar playing. But I mean, it's got yeah. Wow! Shout at the Devil, Looks That Kill, Too Young to Fall in Love, Knock 'Em Dead, Kid. Yeah, it's just to me, you know. But
that's probably my second favorite album.
I was about to say. I was just about to say.
Shout at the Devil.
Yeah, because see, I totally forgot about this album.
Shit, what's your number one, Timmy?
I was Girls.
Is it?
I just thought about that because I was like, I totally even forgot about. See what I'm saying? It slipped my mind because as soon as you said that's my second favorite, I was like,
you said pick one fucking album that I could listen to from Mötley Crüe. You said you get one fucking album. That's all you get to listen to. It'd be Girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that album, man. Just that album, it just sounds good. That was like I think that was the album they put out right before Dr. Feelgood. I think didn't it go Theater of Pain, then Girls, then Dr. Feelgood? Something like that. Or was that the album after?
Girls came out in 87. Yeah, 87 is when Girls.
Yeah.
May 17th. Just like Dr. Feelgood. When did Dr. Feelgood come out? I thought I wrote it down.
August 28th, 1989.
Or 89.
89. Yeah, it was 89. Because also, like we said, side note, everybody they might not know this. And Jimbo, you need to go listen to it. Because I don't think you have. But Skid Row, we talked about Rattlesnake Shake, man. Rattlesnake Shake.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake Shake, man. Same year, 89. Skid Row, though, I think their Rattlesnake Shake kicks Mötley Crüe's Rattlesnake Shake in the dirt.
Definitely gotta be, but it's definitely better than Mötley Crüe's Rattlesnake Shake.
Yeah, and it come out the same year, and I had actually when I was learning about that, I had actually forgot about Mötley Crüe's Rattlesnake Shake.
I tell you what, we're gonna do. We're gonna do a fucking 2-part series when basketball ramps up. We're gonna do our own top 64 bracket. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I see what Timmy's saying about if you only had one album, it would be hard. It would really be between Girls and I can't even speak. Shout at the Devil, yeah. Because I mean, you got Girls, Wild Side. That's what I was about to say. Wild Side is like one of my favorite songs of theirs of all time.
Yeah.
But in looking at this list of songs, I'd probably still go with Shout at the Devil. That'd probably be my favorite.
Well, before we get any further down a different Mötley Crüe rabbit hole.
Grills.
Well, with his tongs in his hand.
Shout at the deli.
Yeah.
Shout at the deli.
Oh God.
Oh, good old Vince Neil.
Yeah.
Vince Neil.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well,
Honestly, the guy kind of has like a reason to. I mean, goddamn, he's been through so much shit, bro. I'd probably be fucking.
Hey, we all have. I don't want to hear that shit.
Like,
I don't want to hear it.
He deserves being able to just, sound worse, and I guess.
And I'll compare him to Axl Rose. At least Axl Rose said, "Shit, if I'm gonna do it, if I'm gonna reunite with the boys, I'm gonna get fit or whatever."
Yeah,
coming out of that chair. He did a little bit. No, he got fitter. R on there.
Well, okay, so he went from 250 to 245.
He lost it. He lost a little bit. Yeah, Axl.
Oh, I was talking about Vince Neil.
Yeah, no. I was saying Axl was cooking out for a little while, but
yeah, Axl got big, but Axl lost it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I was getting at. I was like, when
I give him props.
Hey, let's not make excuses. Is what I was getting at, Timmy. I'm not making any excuses for Vince. We've all been through shit in life, okay, buddy? But you're right though. Hey, if I was Vince Neil, I wouldn't give a shit what anybody thought.
That's what
I'm Vince
saying.
Neil.
Like, I mean,
I'm the singer of Mötley fucking Crüe.
He's been,
you know what I mean?
Been through so much shit. I mean, he can sound like shit if he wants. He don't give. He don't have to care.
No.
Because at the end of the day,
I will not take that from him.
At the end of the day, is he really listening to us three idiots?
Well, no, not even that.
Or anyone else.
I'm talking about like the people that are bitching. It's like you have the choice not to buy a ticket, but you're sitting here bitching on Facebook, and they're still selling out stadiums.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even sell out all the seats at the bar, so I mean.
Sometimes.
No, I think that's a good spot. I think that's a good spot to end it right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed our little deep dive into Dr. Feelgood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, give us a like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing bad. Give us a follow on Spotify or whatever else, wherever you hear this.
That's right.
Get ready to see some new merchandise because we're almost out
in
of
the works.
Stock of shirts, so we're going to be posting some pictures of the new stuff that's getting designed here in the future, pretty soon. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
And more music to come.
Yeah,
we got more music coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We're doing
a couple
things.
Of show announcements. Stay tuned.
They're coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're definitely coming.
But like we always say, remember, wherever you go,
there you are.
There you are.
All right.
All right, later, fellas.